Your brain has been quietly deleting your life. Not memories, time itself, and the older you get, the faster it disappears. What psychology has found is that there's a precise reason this is happening, and it says something uncomfortable about how you've been spending your days. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why time is accelerating for you specifically, and what it's actually telling you. Here's what's happening inside your brain. The puzzle. Think about the last time someone said, "I can't believe it's already been 10 years. Not sadness exactly. More like vertigo, like you reached for something that should have been right there and found nothing. It happens to almost everyone. A reunion where you realize a decade passed while you weren't paying attention. A birthday that arrives before you finished processing the last one. The quiet, unsettling feeling that you're living faster than you can keep up with. And the older you get, the worse it seems to get. A week in your 40s disappears the way a day did at age 10. This isn't imagination, it's measurable. And the reason it happens says something important about how your brain actually experiences being alive. Why your brain speeds time up. The first explanation most people encounter is mathematical. When you're 6 years old, 1 year is 1/6 of your entire life. Proportionally enormous. When you're 40, 1 year is 1/40th. The same unit of time shrunk to a fraction of what it once was. This is what the 19th century psychologist William James called the proportionality theory. It's not wrong, but it's incomplete. Because the real reason runs deeper than mathematics. It runs through your nervous system. Neuroscientist David Eagleman at Stanford University has spent years studying how the brain constructs the experience of time. One of his central findings is that the brain doesn't measure time the way a clock does. It measures it through the number of new things it processes. When you're a child, almost everything is new. Every experience lays down a rich, dense memory. Detailed, textured, full of sensation. Your brain is working hard, and all that processing stretches time from the inside. When you're an adult, most of your days run on routine. Your brain has seen the commute before, the meeting before, the Tuesday before. So, it stops taking notes. It stops building detailed memories. It runs on autopilot, and time, without those memories being laid down, collapses in retrospect. This is why 2 weeks in a new country feels longer in memory than 6 months of familiar routine. Your brain was active, it was building, it was treating every day as information worth storing. Psychologist Marc Wittmann at the Institute for Frontier Areas of Psychology in Germany calls this the relationship between memory encoding and time perception. The more your brain has to process, the more time feels like it existed. Routine doesn't just make life feel repetitive, it makes it feel shorter. What this is actually telling you. Here's the part that changes how you see all of this. If the brain experiences time through novelty, through new information, new sensation, new challenge, then a life running entirely on efficiency and routine is, in a precise neurological sense, a life being quietly erased. Not dramatically, just gradually, week by week, until you look up and a year is gone. Claudia Hammond, a psychologist who has written extensively on time perception, found something she called the holiday paradox. A holiday feels short while you're in it, because you're absorbed, present, not monitoring time. But in memory, it feels long, rich, full. Because your brain encoded it carefully. Your regular life is the opposite. Days feel long when they're difficult. But in memory, they vanish. Because your brain didn't think they were worth remembering. So the question isn't how to slow time down. The question is how to make your life worth remembering. Not through productivity, through novelty, through friction, through putting yourself somewhere your brain can't coast. The years that feel longest in memory aren't usually the easiest ones. You'll never get back the summers that lasted forever. That relationship with time belonged to a version of you that found everything new. but your brain hasn't stopped responding to newness. It just gets less of it. The faster time seems to move, the more precisely it's telling you something. That life has gotten very familiar. That your brain has stopped taking notes. Maybe the question isn't where the years went. Maybe it's what it would take to make the next one unforgettable. Human, after all.